Welcome to Master Your Money, Budgeting, Saving, and Debt-Free Living. I'm your host, Nate Tanner. On this show, we use the Triggator Triangle, budget, save, and pay off debt to help you build a spending plan that fits your life, grow your savings with purpose, and knock out debt with confidence. Today, we're diving into the third side of the Triggator Triangle, pay off debt. If you've ever felt weighed down by credit cards, student loans, or owing your brother money, this episode is your invitation to clear the path to financial freedom without shame, without overwhelm, and without perfectionism. Let's get real. Debt isn't just a number, it's a puzzle, and every piece matters. The good news, you're the one holding the box top, ready to put it together. If you've ever watched Rocky, you know the secret isn't in the knockout punch. It's in getting back up round after round and celebrating every win, no matter how small. That's what you are doing today, building momentum, stacking small victories, and turning your debt-free journey into a story worth celebrating. According to the Federal Reserve's 2025 Consumer Credit Report, the average American household carries over $7,800 in revolving debt, and nearly 40% say debt is their biggest source of financial stress. But here's the good news. A 2024 University of Michigan study found that people who use a written debt payoff plan are 2.5 times more likely to become debt-free within 3 years than those who are just winging it. So whether you're staring down a mountain of creditors or just want to pay off the last lingering balance, this episode is for you. We'll break down how to choose a debt payoff strategy that fits your life, build momentum with small wins and snowflakes, and stay motivated without guilt or overwhelm. Grab your notes and let's clear a path to financial freedom, one step at a time. Let's get into it. How to choose a debt payoff strategy that fits your life. Have you ever stared at a pile of debt and wondered, where do I even start? You're not alone. And today we're going to break it down together. Debt isn't just a financial hurdle. It's that puzzle we talked about, and every piece matters. The payoff debt side of the Triggator Triangle is all about finding a strategy that fits your life, your personality, and your season. Let's break down how to build a custom plan, accelerate progress, and keep your motivation high. Step 1, get clear, list your debts. Start by gathering all the pieces. Write down every debt you owe, lender, balance, interest rate, and minimum payment. This isn't about shame, it's about clarity. Think of it like assembling a Lego set. You need all the pieces on the table before you can build something amazing. Here's a quick stat. According to Experian's 2025 State of Credit Report, Americans with a clear written list of debts are twice as likely to make extra payments and reduce their balances faster than those who keep it all in their head. Step 2, pick your path, snowball, avalanche, or custom. The Triggator framework gives you options. A, debt snowball method. List debts from smallest to largest balance. Pay minimums on all, then throw every extra dollar at the smallest balance. When it's gone, roll that payment into the next smallest balance. Why this works? It gives you quick wins to build confidence. Every debt paid off is a level up, like passing a checkpoint in a video game. According to a 2024 study from the University of Chicago, people who use the snowball method report higher motivation and stick to their plan 30% longer than those who use other methods. B, the debt avalanche method. List your debts by interest rates, highest to lowest. Pay minimums on all, then attack the highest rate debt first. Once again, you snowball your payment to create the avalanche as you work through from the highest rate to the lowest. Why this works? In this method, you save more interest. If you love efficiency, this is your strategy. A 2025 NerdWallet analysis found that the Avalanche users save an average of $1,000 in interest over 3 years compared to Snowball users. C, custom order. Sometimes the best plan is personal. Maybe you want to pay off a debt that is causing you stress or one with a cosigner. The Triggator philosophy: choose what brings you the most peace of mind. Why this works. Flexibility keeps you engaged. If a particular debt is your final boss, make it your top priority, even if it's not the smallest or the highest interest. A quick personal study: why your debt payoff order matters. Before we talk about the next step, I want to reshare a story with you, especially if you're new to the show. When I was 18, I made some really dumb decisions. I didn't understand how credit or debt worked, and I racked up $12,000 in debt before I was 20. Around that time, I wanted to serve a 2-year Christian service mission, a goal that I had had as long as I could remember. But with all that debt, it felt impossible. That's when my older brother stepped in. He offered to pay off my debt so that I could go on my mission, with the understanding that I would pay him back over time with a little interest. I accepted, went on my mission, and when I returned, the loan became very real. Every family event was uncomfortable. Even if it wasn't the case, I felt like every time I talked about a purchase, my brother was thinking, why didn't you use that money to pay me back? It put strain on our relationship. So when I put my own debt elimination plan together, I decided my first priority was the debt to my brother. I threw everything that I could at it. The day that I sent that final payment was incredible. A huge weight had been lifted. Family gatherings became enjoyable again, and our relationship was healed. If you have a debt that's causing you extra pain, maybe it's to a friend, a family member, or maybe it's just that one that keeps you up at night, it's okay to make it your top priority. I can tell you from experience, it will be your favorite debt to pay off. Step 3, find your extra, the spending plan advantage. Here's where the Triggator Triangle shines. Use your spending plan, soon available on the Triggator app, to see how much you can put towards your debt every pay period. Every dollar you assign with intention is a step closer to freedom. Every payment you make is one step closer to reclaiming your entire paycheck so that you can keep what you earn instead of sending it to lenders. Make sure that you pay the minimums on all debts except your top priority. Throw every extra dollar at that top priority debt. When that debt is gone, roll the payment and the extra into the next one. This is the debt snowball effect. Step 4, accelerate with snowflakes, the puzzle piece principle. What is a snowflake? It's extra or unexpected money, like bonuses, refunds, gifts, maybe a skipped purchase that you can throw at your debt. Imagine you're working on a jigsaw puzzle and you suddenly find a handful of edge pieces. Those snowflakes help you finish the border and see the bigger picture. Every snowflake payment is a turbo boost for your debt payoff journey. Step 5, stop using debt and break the cycle. This one is simple but powerful. Stop using debt. Every time you swipe your credit card or take out a loan, you're adding more pieces to the puzzle. The Triggator framework is very clear. Using debt means that you're spending more than you have. Stop the borrowing and commit to living within your spending plan. Step 6, celebrate every win. Progress beats perfection. Debt payoff isn't about perfection. It's about celebrating progress. Every time you pay off a debt, make an extra payment, or resist the urge to borrow, make sure you celebrate. Share those wins with your accountability buddy. Post a meme, or treat yourself to a small, no debt, guilt-free reward. Remember in Castaway when Tom Hanks' character spends days struggling to start a fire? After several failed attempts, he realizes the air got to it, and he adjusts his approach. When he finally gets a small flame, he celebrates that first spark with pure joy. He doesn't wait for the perfect bonfire. From that tiny flame, he builds a roaring fire and then triumphantly shouts, "Look what I have created." Your debt-free journey is the same. Your plan is letting the air get to it. And every small victory is worth celebrating because each small flame grows to bring you closer to your goal. Choosing a debt payoff strategy is about clarity and celebrating every win. Whether you're a snowballer, an avalanche fan, or a custom strategist, the Triggator Triangle gives you the tools to clear your path to financial freedom. Now that you've picked your strategy, let's talk about how to keep your momentum rolling, especially when the finish line feels far away. Building momentum with small wins and snowflakes. Momentum is the engine that powers your debt-free journey. It's what keeps you moving forward when the finish line feels far away, and what helps you bounce back from the setbacks. The truth is, most people don't pay off debt in one dramatic leap. It's a series of intentional steps stacked together that create real progress. Let's break down how to build and sustain momentum using practical strategies and a mindset that keeps you motivated for the long haul. The psychology of momentum. Debt payoff is as much a mental game as it is a financial one. When you see progress, even small progress, you're more likely to stick to your plan. This isn't just wishful thinking. Behavioral finance research shows that people who track and celebrate incremental wins are significantly more likely to reach their goals. Why? Because progress fuels motivation, and motivation, that fuels action. Action steps to build momentum. Number 1, break your debt into milestones. Instead of focusing on only the total amount you owe, break your debt into smaller, achievable milestones. For example, if you have an $8,000 credit card debt, set a goal to pay off the first $1,000, then the next $2,000, and so on. Each milestone you reach is proof that your plan is working. Tip: write down your milestones and the target dates for each. Post them somewhere visible, on your fridge, in your planner, or in the Triggator app once it launches. Number 2, schedule regular progress checks. Momentum grows when you see results. Set aside time each week or month to review your debt balances, the payments that you've made, and your upcoming goals. Use this time to adjust your plan if needed, and to acknowledge what you've accomplished. Tip: don't just look at the numbers. Reflect on the habits that have helped you make progress. Did you skip takeout and put the savings towards a debt? Did you automate an extra payment? Celebrate those choices. Number 3, use snowflakes to supercharge your plan. Remember those snowflakes, the unexpected bits of money? They're your secret weapon to turbocharging your progress. This could be a rebate, bonus, refund, or a side gig payment. Maybe even a gift or cash that you saved from skipping a purchase. The key is to act quickly. Don't let that money get absorbed into your regular spending, or even worse, disappear into the "what did I buy" ether. Tip: whenever you receive a snowflake, transfer it to your debt immediately. Even small amounts, $5, $10, $15, $20, add up over time. If you do this consistently, you'll be amazed at how much faster your balances drop. Number 4, automate your payments and progress. Automation removes friction and decision fatigue. Set up automatic payments for your minimums, and if possible, automate an extra payment each month. This ensures you're always moving forward, even when life gets busy. Tip: if your income varies, automate your lowest expected amount. Then manually add snowflakes or extra payments when you have a surplus. Number 5, track and visualize your progress. Seeing your debt shrink is powerful. Use a chart, a spreadsheet, or a simple list to track your balances over time. Again, the Triggator app is coming, and it will help you visualize your progress. Color in each of these milestones as you reach them. It's a visual reminder that will keep you motivated and focused. Tip: if you're a visual learner, create a debt thermometer like the one that's coming in the app, or a progress bar. Every time you make a payment, fill in a new segment. Number 6, build a support system. Accountability and encouragement are essential for momentum. Share your goals with a trusted friend, your spouse or partner, or an online community. Check in regularly, celebrate wins together, and lean on your support system when motivation dips. Tip: if you don't have someone to share with, consider joining a debt-free group or forum. The Triggator community is a great place to start. In the film Hidden Figures, the protagonist faces enormous obstacles as they work towards their goals at NASA. Progress is slow, setbacks are frequent, and the path is anything but easy. But they keep showing up, solving problems, and celebrating each breakthrough, no matter how small. Their journey is a testament to the power of persistence, teamwork, and momentum. Your debt payoff journey works the same way. Consistent effort, small wins, and a refusal to quit, leading to big results. Avoiding common pitfalls. Momentum can stall if you fall into any of these traps. Focusing only on total debt. This can feel overwhelming. Break it down into those milestones and celebrate each one. Ignoring small wins. Every payment you make counts and is a step towards reclaiming your paycheck. Don't wait for the big payoff to celebrate. Letting setbacks derail you. If you miss a payment or have an unexpected expense, don't give up. Adjust your plan and keep moving. Comparing your journey to others. Your path, it's unique to you. Progress is progress, no matter how fast or slow. Momentum is built by stacking intentional actions, celebrating every win, and using every opportunity, whether it's big or small, to move forward. Whether it's a scheduled payment, a snowflake, or a milestone reach, each step brings you closer to freedom. Stay focused, stay persistent, and remember, progress is always possible, even when the journey feels long. Staying motivated and engaged on your debt-free journey. Staying motivated through a long debt payoff process is a challenge for everyone. The initial excitement fades, and real life with its surprises and setbacks can make it hard to keep your energy up. But motivation isn't just about feeling pumped. It's about building habits, finding new sources of inspiration, and making your journey rewarding in ways that matter to you. Pacing your journey, the marathon mindset. If you've ever tried to run a marathon, you know the importance of pacing. You don't sprint the whole way. You break the race into manageable segments. You celebrate each mile marker, and you use those moments to recharge for the next stretch. Debt payoff, it works the same way. The more you recognize and appreciate your milestones, the more energy you'll have to keep going. Set short-term goals. Instead of focusing on the finish line, set goals for the next month or quarter. Maybe it's paying off one card, or maybe it's making 3 extra payments. Track your journey visually. We've talked about this before. Use that chart, a calendar, or even just a sticky note so that you see your progress. Watching your debt shrink is a powerful motivator. Share your journey. Again, share these things with a friend, a spouse, partner, or an accountability buddy to track your progress. Even a quick text like, "I paid off another $100 can boost your morale when things get difficult. Find fresh motivation. Motivation is strongest when it's renewed regularly. Here are some ways to keep your energy up and your journey interesting. Switch up your routine. If you're feeling stuck, try a new approach. Change your payment schedule, automate a different amount, or challenge yourself to a no-spend week. Connect with others. Join a community online group or the Triggator community to share your story and learn from others. Sometimes hearing how someone else overcame a setback can spark new ideas for your own journey. Reflect on your growth. Take time to look back to where you started and acknowledge how far you've come. Progress, it isn't always fast, but it's always worth noticing. In Apollo 13, the astronauts and mission control face one crisis after another. There's no straight path to success, just a series of problems to solve, adjustments to make, and moments to regroup. What keeps them going isn't a single burst of motivation, but the discipline to keep working the problem, adapt, and move forward. Your debt-free journey, it is similar. It's not about perfection, but about persistence, flexibility, and a willingness to keep going, even when the path changes. Keep your why front and center. Motivation is the strongest when you remember why you started. Maybe you want peace of mind, freedom to travel, or to improve your relationships. Write down your why and revisit it whenever the energy dips. Tip: place your why somewhere visible, on your phone, on your mirror, or even inside your wallet. Staying motivated is about pacing yourself, finding new sources of inspiration, and keeping your why in sight. Progress isn't always linear, but every step forward brings you closer to freedom. Surround yourself with encouragement, keep your journey fresh, and remember, your story is worth telling every single day. Let's bring it all together. If you've made it this far, you're not just thinking about debt, you're actively clearing your path to financial freedom. Today, you learned how to choose a debt payoff strategy that fits your life, build momentum with small wins and snowflakes, and stay motivated for the long haul. Debt payoff isn't about perfection or overnight success. It's about persistence, pacing, and progress. Like a marathon runner, you break the journey into segments, recharge at every milestone, and keep your eyes on that finish line. Every payment, every snowflake, every moment of motivation is a step forward. The obstacles you face aren't stop signs. They're reminders to adjust your plan, refocus, and keep moving. You're not just eliminating debt, you're reclaiming your peace of mind, strengthening relationships, and building a future where your money works for you. The Triggator Triangle is your guide. Budget with intention, save for peace of mind, pay off debt to unlock your freedom. And here's the real win. With every payment, you're reclaiming your paycheck, taking back control so that you can keep more of what you earn and stop sending it to lenders. As Proverbs 22:7 says, the borrower is servant to the lender. Every step you take is a step towards freedom. Today's challenge is to take 15 minutes to review your current debts and pick one milestone that you can reach within the next 30 days. Maybe it's making an extra payment, applying a snowflake, or automating your progress. Write down your goal, set a reminder, and share it with someone you trust. When you hit that milestone, acknowledge the progress, no matter how small. Remember, every step forward is a win. Got a debt breakthrough that started with a single snowflake payment, a family loan win, or a moment when you finally felt a weight lift after sending your last payment? Email me at podcast@triggator.com and share your story. Or you can message me on Instagram, Facebook, or X @Triggator. If this episode helped you see a new path to financial freedom or gave you the motivation to tackle your next debt milestone, follow the show to stay motivated and keep building your debt-free momentum. Leave a review, especially if this episode helped you move from overwhelm to action. Share this episode with a friend who's ready to clear their own path to financial freedom, one payment at a time. And don't forget to follow @Triggator on social media for tips, encouragement, and behind-the-scenes content. Next time, we're tackling the pressure to keep up with others' spending, especially on social media. You'll learn how to spot FOMO triggers in your spending, how to set boundaries for social and online purchases, and how to build your own comparison detox. If you're ready to build confidence, celebrate your own financial wins, and stop letting comparison steal your joy, you won't want to miss it. Remember, debt payoff is a journey, not a sprint. Every step you take is a vote for your future self. Keep pacing yourself, keep moving forward, and celebrate every mile marker along the way. Your finish line is closer than you think. Thanks for listening to Master Your Money, Budgeting, Saving, and Debt-Free Living. I'm your host, Nate Tanner. See you next time.